And welcome back to another video. This week in the shop, we do not have a project. The shop is the project. Anywho's, we just got some concrete poured. This side and this side were dirt. Now they are concrete, so it's pretty much one big slab. A lot more room for activities. It'll be a lot more nicer working in here and doing whatever we need to do. Over here, we have a sink eventually. This here is gonna be all material storage. This side, we can hopefully get some plywood storage up in here. And then storage for like 2x4s and whatever else a guy needs to build things. What? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Anyways, it's pretty dry, but you know, not quite dry. Hey. And over here, we got a drain on this side so I can wash stuff off if I need to paint or I don't know. I have the sink for that, but I bring a car in here and it drops everything. But yeah, we're gonna put plywood up this week on all of these insulated walls so I can mount stuff to the walls and hold it up better. It'll be a lot nicer for banging stuff into it. Same thing on that side. That's what we're gonna do this week. We gotta put some lighting in. We're gonna put about 4 more lights in the center row here. Get a little bit more light, you know. But tomorrow we are going to get right after this project. We got a lot of work onto this shop in the next few days to be ready for next week's project. We got everything put back. This, mess put back. We got to get storage and everything, get it organized so it's ready to work out of in the next couple of days with some improvements, which will be nice, making it better than it was. But we're going to get after that tomorrow morning as the concrete needs to completely cure so we can put our paws on her and scurry around and do whatever you need to do. But I will see you in the morning.
Building a home for my best friend, a little palace just for you. Got my hammer, got my nail.
Well, good morning. We're gonna get right after getting this shop done. We already got a little bit of it done this morning. We got this plywood up on these 2 walls. Now we're gonna throw them up on these walls over here. And then after that, we're just gonna start getting our organized racking set up and everything like that. So I'm gonna start putting this pile back to there and there. But anywho's, let's get after it. Got a lot of work to do. Let's roll. Alright, we got all the plywood hung up. I also got some trim on here because I didn't cut the plywood nice and tight because it'd be too hard. It's not in square and whatever, but so I pretty much just nailed that. And I got some 1x2s and just nailed that on the bottom and 2 sides. Seal it up a lot better. Yeah, we're not going to do the top side because who really cares? Eventually when we get spray foam on the lid, they'll come down a little bit to seal that top side of the insulation. And I might get a froth pack or something and just seal these 2 sides. And maybe the top of the plywood or whatever for insulation, but this will be nice for mounting stuff too and banging into it, not have to worry about wrecking the foam board insulation. Same thing over here. It's all done and ready to go. Next step is figuring out what we're gonna do for plywood storage. I'm thinking I should put it on this wall here, but I want maybe 2 arms to come out, different level of arms or different types of plywood. And then possibly along the side here, slide plywood in, because this is about 12 foot. Go 8 foot to there, and then slide plywood in over here or something for like the scrap cutoff pieces, or over here. And then over here would be like the 2x4s and whatnot, but I don't know. I gotta think about this quick and then we gotta start building something, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Alrighty, it's actually a couple days later. Yesterday and this morning I've already been getting a lot of work done. I pretty much got it ready to start moving stuff back. I'm gonna show you around, kind of take you through everything. But over here is gonna be our lumber side storage for building things. This is gonna be my plywood storage rack I built. It's built out 2x8s, and it's a 45, it's all heavy duty. So bottom shelf is probably gonna be 1/4 inch plywood, which I like to use for like the inside to cover up the insulation of the buildings. We do 5/8 for the flooring, LP smart siding. This here is a little thinner, but that's all right. I don't have much of that. That's gonna be my PVC sheets, which I use for like the nesting box lid, or sometimes like for a doghouse roof or a cat house roof or something like that. Top will be insulation sheets. Over here is gonna be the scrap plywood. We'll just kind of stack it all up in here. We got this here for trim, tongue and groove, bunch of different stuff, metal, drip edge, 2x4s, stuff like that. Over here is kind of like the roofing section, I guess. This is gonna be sheets of metal roofing. It's 3 foot wide, so I can just keep stacking them on there. There'll be scraps and stuff, but that's right, I can pick through them. Up top's just extra storage, probably like roll insulation, a bunch of other stuff I have, extra fencing and stuff, I don't know. As for shingles, here I'll probably put my fencing stuff. I'll just put like the rolls in there. That'll be good. I'm gonna leave this open for now, as I gotta get my water situated. I got my sink in and whatever else. I'll probably just stack ladders there for now, but I got these tools kind of situated here. Drill press, vise I got it mounted. This grinder, I gotta mount that too. But that's pretty much good to go. I got my table saw set up here now. It's a lot more open than where I had it before, where sometimes I'd have a building out here. I'm trying to slide something in, it hits the building. Doesn't work out great. Bandsaw. And then over here is kind of more a workshop area. I would try to keep it more open. But over here is gonna be my moving house station. I have all the wheels that I put on for different stuff. You need different types of wheels. So you now have each their own spot, which is nice. This shelving is gonna be for the forms that I use to mount to the houses sometimes, to pick them up or push against them and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and put a fridge here. This is probably, hopefully I can just slide my moving machine right in this kind of bay. This thing here is for picking up. It slides into the receiver of your truck, and then it's got forks on it with a winch that goes down. Slide a doghouse on, picks it up flush with my bed. I can slide it into the bed of my truck if I need to deliver like a doghouse or something by myself. Just got some, dollies and stuff hung up. That I'm still not sure what I want to do with. I might just push them against the wall. I gotta get my bunch of jack stands and stuff probably there too. But this is kind of, this is my toolbox for when I go on deliveries and stuff. I put that goes in my truck. But I'll just keep it there for now for if I need to work on anything in here with those tools. I got a bunch of tools over there, so I usually don't use these tools, but it's got its spot now. Here is kind of my extra inventory for house stuff like windows. There we got auto doors, dog bowls, feeders, some electrical plugs, more windows. I don't know, that's just cool stuff. Here's like kind of the automotive section, like automotive parts and fluids and projects up there. Here is kind of all paints, fasteners, glues, hardware, stuff like that. That's got a bunch of stuff going on there. Here's gonna be my paint station where I mix paints and add them to the gun. This is a backup saw. I'm just gonna put that up there, but that shelf piece of plywood is buried, so we gotta wait on that, but I'll throw that up there. I'll be able to mix paint here, which will be nice. It's got a light on it and everything. I got paint supplies, some sanding supplies. Laser engraver fits nice down there, so I can laser engrave things now. Again, here's my welding station. I got a welding table. Yeah, works out pretty nice. Got my welders down there, everything like that. I still got to figure out, I got grinders, 3 different grinders with different heads on them, like a flap disc grinder, a cutoff wheel and stuff like that, which is nice to have. They're plugged in. I got to figure out somewhere to mount them. Somewhere in here where I can just grab them. They're always plugged in. I can do my thing. Not much changed over here, but that's pretty much it. I think we're pretty much ready to just now move everything back to where it belongs. Sounds fun. No, not at all, but we are going to do it, and I will catch up with you when we probably get it all done. Alrighty, well, I believe the shop is pretty much done and ready for some work. It's not 100% ready to go, like for winter time and everything like that. I still gotta get lights wired in, but I might not do that right away. I might just do that when I get the free time, but I got it all pretty much ready to go to start work next Monday. It is Friday now, so, a couple days. Can't work on the weekend now. anyways, so I got my plywood kind of situated here. I pretty much just got scraps that are in their spots right now, aside from the foam. As I typically, when I build things, I just buy what I need for that project and then get scraps left over. But now that I got storage set up, I can actually buy bulk and get stuff kind of, you know, organized and that. Scrap plywood, I got so much of that. I just need to probably get rid of some, but it's hard for a guy to get rid of some, you know. But I got a bunch of 2x4s up here, lumber. I got some metal, like drip edge, threshold stuff for doors, just a bunch of other stuff. But tongue groove, some 1x12s. This is like the scrap 2x4s for forms and stuff. Got treated stuff down low on my blocking, metal roof in here. A bunch of that. Same thing with this. I usually just buy what I need, so I don't have any full sheets of scraps. Extra roofing up there. I mean, not roofing, fencing. Storage, pretty much. Extra storage. Fencing supplies down here. Shingles, and kind of put the ladders there for now, but she is pretty nice. I like it. This thing I gotta get rid of. That's going bye-bye. But I got my grinder set up here. Still gotta get a, what do you call it? The old plug-in thing with, you plug in a lot of them. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's pretty much ready to go. It's looking good. Got my jack stands and my machine put, the forms, moving houses on their shelf. But that's pretty much it. That is going to do it for this video, but I appreciate you guys watching. And we got a cat house next week, a 4x8 insulated walk-in cat house. That's gonna be fun, something a little different, but stay tuned for that.